miss you out there, but good job, good job. 151-800 way down south. Your worldwide mosquito man out here in Arkansas. Get on down. I'll see ya.
Skippity land, skippity land. How about it, skippity land? Rowdy 501 Central Arkansas. We're trying. Skippity land. 151 Sasquatch. Top of this.
Well, state line operator, I still hear you up in there doing your thing. That's for doggone sure. Hey, state line operator, if you got a sloppy copy, I hear you doing your thing in the world of sound. Radio station in Motormouth Mall working this thing. Got down, got down.
Hey, you did get on down, get on down. A few days off because of this weather. I can't push dirt, so I'm in here talking trash. Hey, Motormouth Mall, hey, Motormouth.
Yeah, I tend for you. So you got a couple days off work. You can't go move dirt, so you're gonna move some trash. I mean, you can't move dirt, so you're gonna talk some trash. Hey, 800. Hey, good. I heard you smoking. Motormouth Mall cruising. One fat watt at a time. That's the way. We do it. Hey, state line operator, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast under modulated beast, dropping a hammer. They got all the way down. Breaker.
Rock the channel. Hey, Motormouth Mall, 800 waving.
400-800. Well, I appreciate the wave. I appreciate you rocking the channel up here in the world of sound. Ain't no doubt about that. I'm going to try to get up in there and see if I can't roll up in there just a little bit more. Hey, state line operator, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast beast, dropping a hammer from time to time. I got all the way down.
Man, you cranked it up. You got it cranked up. Lock down, lock down, lock down. Hey, the red light's on the West Coast. Out there towards 800, but I'm all the way down near these muddy banks of Arkansas. Your worldwide mosquito man getting on these muddy.
Hey, 800, I got you up in there, but I also got Mosquito Man up in there. Oh, Mosquito Man out there is dropping a hammer out there in the world of sound as well. Hello, Jim Mosquito Man. If you got a sloppy copy, Motormouth Mall waving. Hope everything is all well and slow around your stack of bricks, too. Hey, Mosquito Man, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast. Under modulated beast, dropping a hammer from time to time. I got down break.
Hey, Motormouth Mall, can Grand Wagon you Leo? Hey, Motormouth Mall, can Grand Wagon you Leo from Arkansas? Motormouth Mall, Grand Wire in the backwoods of Arkansas, working this small mall, trying to squeeze up in your radio, that big.
Oh, yeah, no pain, no strain there, ground wire. Hey, ground wire, no pain, no strain. You got all up in there in fine style. You smoking, ain't no 15 ways about that. The ground wire, Motormouth Mall working this thing, dropping a hammer from time to time, see if I can make a bit of noise out there in the world of sound. Hey, ground wire, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast, under modulated beast. Under roll the audio down here on the quiet side for you one time. I'll roll back up in this way like that right there. Ground wire, Motormouth Mall, stepping breaker.
Hey, Triple M, I appreciate you letting me know I made the trip. Take care, Triple M. Yo, Grand Wire in the Central Arkansas, working this small mall, getting on down. I see you.
George, and I'll see you. Take care. You're doing a good job while you're working a small mall. Ain't no doubt about that. That's how we do it from time to time, too. And I heard you say we got no background noise up in there, too. No, nobody in the background, no background singers, no sideline cheerleaders. Motormouth Mall, that's good, because if they were up in there, they would be doing it for free. Ain't no doubt about that. Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down breaker. Complete silence is a good thing. We love the sounds of silence. Ain't no doubt about that. Motormouth Mall working this thing. One small rat mall. What you call this? A ball peen mall. A doggone. It's a rubber ball peen mallet debris.
Hey, what is that contraption that Prime Minister's got on there? Sounds like a hammer.
That's keys down and plays the file that break.
Oh, I like it. It's a different sound. I sure like that a lot better than Roger beeps. There's nothing I hate worse than those, right?
Kid for nothing worse than Roger beep. That's for doggone sure. I hate Roger beeps. I don't think I've ever run a radio with the Roger beep on it. I think the President Richard has one, but I don't use it to break.
Now, I've got some locals down here that use them on every key down, and if you're wearing headphones, man, that's
Oh, yeah. You know the ones I like are the ones that are like a fart. They, and you unkey, they go. Roger belts, they're break. Roger belts, they're break. That's it, the Roger belts. I tell you what, that's at least they don't hurt your ears so bad, At least the Roger belts ones don't really hurt your ears. It's just more of a, it's an annoying sound. And ain't no doubt about that. Motormouth Mall Cruising.
You roll 800 goddamn.
Settings, Triple X, Texas.
Oh, Triple X around Texas? I got you up in there too. Hey, Triple X, I hope you got a grip on me. I'm going to roll up in there one time. I'm going to turn this thing down like that right there. Hey, Triple X, I turned it down, and I'm going to roll it up about halfway right there, and I'm going to roll it up all the way right there. Hello, Triple X, Motormouth Mall Cruising. They got down, break out.
There you go, Motormouth Mall.
Do one more there. Hey, Triple X, do one more. Let me turn the audio down a little bit, then I'll crank it up halfway through. We'll see what that does. I'll turn it down right about here like that right there. Hey, Triple X, I turned it down a little bit like that right there. I'm going to turn the reverb up a little bit more, put a little bit more up in there like that right there. That's about halfway, and I'm going to go all the way with it right there. Hey, Triple X, Motormouth Mall Cruising. They got down break.
You're stroking down here in the BYU Motormouth Mall. You're doing your thing down here in the BYU Motormouth Mall. 69. Keep on waving and let go.
Put a little bit more up in there like that right there. That's about halfway. And I'm going to go all the way with it right there. Hey, Triple X, Motormouth Mall Cruising. They got down break. I appreciate that there, Triple X. Yeah, it looks like halfway is a lot better. I'm going to take it back down to where it was. They're on the halfway mark. Hey, Triple X, I'll take it down to the halfway mark there. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, Triple X, Motormouth Mall looking around Texas. One big old fat watt at a time. Hey, Triple X, if you got a sloppy copy, Motormouth Mall Cruising, they got down.
Hey, Triple M, halfway down, that's perfect, man. Hey, Triple M, halfway down, that's perfect. Go ground wire shitting, I'm bagging these bushes.
Or down the ground wire, use it halfway down, that's perfect. While you're back in the bushes, hey, ground wire, use it halfway down, that's perfect. Hello to your ground wire, Motormouth Mall, heard you wall to wall and treetop tall, ain't no doubt about that. Ground wire, Motormouth Mall, just got down.
Right, Motormouth Mall, Motormouth Mall, goody, Motormouth Mall, big red down in the
On the northwest side. Yeah, all right. A good time, Fred? It sounds good, man. Yeah, you can't get no better than that.
I think they do it sounding good.
Hey, Motormouth, keep it up. Need some more recording.
Mosquito.
410. Well, you smoking. I'm going to back off the mic a little bit more for you, too. Hey, I'm going to back off the microphone a little bit there and see what that does out there in the world of sound. Hello to you one more time. Hey, Triple X. Motormouth Mall working this thing right there a little bit farther away from the microphone.
Arkansas, we waving at you, bro.
appreciate that. AXXX, appreciate it. Motormouth Mall, your West Coast beast, dropping a hammer from time to time. I got down, breaker.
Hey, actually, it didn't hurt you to move away from it, so it's still just as much audio there, Break.
Okay, still just as much audio, even farther away from it. So I guess that's where I'll leave it. That way I can get a little bit more, excited. I don't have to worry about beating on the microphone too much, if I don't have to be worried about how loud I talk. So that works out pretty good to break. Motormouth Mall cruising and just a little bit more compression just for fun, a little bit more audio density up in there. Motormouth Mall cruising right there, breaker, and I'm still about a foot away from the microphone.
In case you want to get a dip of snuff, you won't be bumping the mic, Break.
Exactly. I don't want to be bumping on the microphone because, this microphone doesn't have a shock mount. I don't have a shock mount on it, so if I bump the microphone, it starts doing this. It starts getting kind of loud there, Break.
Hey, are you still running? I believe it was that 639 you dug out of your stuff here a while back. I really like that.
That was a 635. That was the Electrovoice 635A. I'm on the RE20 right now, but I can plug into 635. I won't change the audio file, but check this out. This is a 635A right here. It doesn't sound too bad. It's the same audio file, everything the same, but this is the Electrovoice 635A. Motormouth Mall cruising right there, right now. Breaker.
Well, the audio is still just as quality. It narrows you up just a little bit. It would be good at a dog fight, I believe, breaker.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually a pretty impressive little mic. They're relatively inexpensive, and they work good. They've been the quintessential newscaster outdoor field mic for a long, long time, and they're hard to beat for that. And you can use them for a hammer and pound a nail in, and they still work their break.
Yeah, I remember here a while back when you dug that thing out, and I liked it so much. I looked at them online. They're not that expensive, and I thought about picking one up.
Yeah, 10-4. They're pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know what happened to the one that Tommy Gun bought. I know he had one for a while, but he was using it for with his modulator setup, and he had a difficulty trying to figure out how to get the RF level from the modulator to drive his amplifiers and all that. So he sold it, and I don't know if he sold the microphone too, or if he just sold the mixer and the radio, or what he sold. But anyway, he might still have that, and he might have a used one for sale. Agree?
Yeah, I'll holler at him. I'll holler at Jason sometime or another. And, we were talking about the modulators earlier, and the Gremlin said, one advantage you have is having your amplifiers in another room, and that makes a lot of difference when you're dealing with this stuff.
It sure does. The noise floor in the background is what really determines how far you can push the audio. And, certainly you can get good quality audio with a lot of noise in the background, but you can't do it while maintaining a real roomy effect, and you can't do it while maintaining a lot of gain. And a lot of gain is what gives a particular sound quality to the audio that I happen to like, that big, roomy, open sound. So, you got to get rid of the background noise, Rick.
Well, and I noticed something else on my setup. The more you gate, the more you lose. There's a lot of loss in gating your stuff. The less you can gate, the better off you are.
Absolutely, yeah. Gates will kill your audio. There's a lot of nuances in the low end. And if you got a fan rumbling in the background, and you got to gate that up, you lose the dynamics because there's a lot of information down there that you're not going to get. And it's better to have it than it is to take a loss on that, or, to take a loss on your audio in favor for getting rid of the noise. It's better to have a little bit of the bottom end up in there and than it is to try to fight that to get the absolute loudness. It's a weird give or take. got people keying with you, you got people keying against you, and you got all that heterodyne noise in the background, and you don't really hear all the nuances in the background going on. All that kind of stuff sort of gets forgotten about. But when you got a real quiet condition, or you got a real strong signal on somebody, and you're up in there dead quiet, then at that point it matters. And then if you're trying to get that last little bit there, it's better not to have all that gating. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, I'll tell you what, I know there's going to be a bunch of them hollering at you, and I don't want to be the one to stand in their way. You're sounding good with you. You sit a breeze on the side and see what rolls around. Hey, my friend, 800 back line.
410-800. Okay, sounds good. Take care of 7-3s. And, yeah, I've got this thing set up right now where I've got basically two different sources feeding through a summed portion, and I can take away one of the sources entirely altogether. And if I did that, then what you would hear would be, let's see here, what you would hear would be this right here. I'm going to bypass that one there and give you just this one right by itself and turn the audio down a little bit there. That's just one source by itself. And so you can get that, or I can turn that one off, and I can give you the other one like that right there. And I think it sounds better with both sources together.
Oh, I absolutely like that right there. That's the perfect place to be. And reverb will add to your voice effects. Reverb will carry your signal audio as well. That's a good thing to have. Motor mouth.
I got the reverb, but I think I have, I'm going to say I've got enough. I don't think I want to go any higher with it, but I can certainly go higher with the reverb. But the problem is if you're into with the noise, the reverb will actually put you back in the back of the room, back in the mix, and then you sound like you're kind of in the mud, so you get too much reverb, and it starts putting you way back in the back somewhere, like that right there. Or you get no reverb like that right there, you stand out more in the foreground. So, but I like the roomy sound and the effect of a little bit more reverb, so I keep it right there about a happy medium there, Greg.
About 2-4 dBs.
Oh, I got a total of about 12 dB. I got a total of about 12 dB of compression. I run compression in 3 different places. hey, state line operator, I run about 12 dB of compression over here, the break.
Well, you know what I had thought about when I had my setup and I may do it again. I thought about running in one side of the compressor, one, and then going back into 2. Have you tried that to see what that does?
I have not done that with the computer, with the software stuff, but I used to do that when I ran a compressor before externally in rack gear. And that's exactly what I would do. Like you get for example, you get a DVX rack mount stereo compressor, and you come out, you set the input one up into about a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 compressor, and then put that back into the other side, and then after you do that, then run that whole thing into a limiter. And that way you can get multiple cascaded smaller stages of compression, and there's less pumping than you would get if you ran one stage all the way at 12 dB, and then you'd hear it pump a lot. You don't want the pumping in there because, well, that eats up that eats up a characteristic as well. So you don't want that up in there.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to try that. When I had looked at that and I had thought about it, and I said, well, it's probably going to be a pain in the butt to get quite right, but I'll give that a try.
Oh yeah, I think it's worth trying. I think you'll like it. I think you'll find it does exactly what it's supposed to do for you. And there's nothing wrong with running up to about 12 dB, and you still get pretty good articulation and intelligibility, and not everything's all jumbled together. I can certainly go higher on the compression, but if I did, and I gain a little bit of loudness doing so, but if I do that, it also starts getting really raspy and really harsh and really, it gets weird.
Well, that compression, it'll find you out on the bands as well, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. The more square waves you produce, then of course the more compression you use. the more you lean towards square waves, you know, and the more square waves you produce, the more intermod distortion you create there, Break.
And also as well on your mixing, that the bass will really widen you out.
Oh, bass is awesome stuff, and if you put too much bass in there, it makes you quiet. You know, you want enough bass to make you fuller and richer and bigger and all that. And to a degree, it depends on what frequency, but to a degree even louder in some points. But then you go too far with it, and the bass starts flattening out and canceling out all the other higher frequencies, and then you end up with a real muffled, muddy kind of a mix that does not pop out anymore. So too much bass, actually taking away bass sometimes gives you more bass to break.
Oh, I agree.
It's just like adding highs can add bass. You know, you can add highs, and it seems or gives the illusion of adding bass, even without touching the bass to break.
Hey, I think we're losing condition, Motor Mouth Mall. I'm going to get my knees in the
Just put the bass in there is all you can do.
Hello, Motor Mouth Mall. Bring it.
Yeah, I think we're losing conditions, and somebody else keep us Motor Mouth Mall. Just put the bass up in there. Roll the bass. I can roll the bass up in there. There's a whole lot more bass. A whole lot more bass around the place right there, I guarantee it. But that's probably too much, so I'm going to back it back down. Anyway, roll the bass up in there. Take care of State Line Operator. Have a good day. Good evening time to you. Motor Mouth Mall stepping. I'll see you. Bye. Bye.
Hello there, Motor Mouth Mall. Top of the evening there, Motor Mouth Mall. Your 69 T-Bone in the BYU waving that evening wave to that Motor.
Well, 69 T-Bone, doggone it. I looked over at my doggone rotor, and I was looking in the Bighorn. The whole time I was talking, I was looking in the Bighorn, so I got to look up around the BYU real fast to get up in your radio a little bit more better. And maybe I could pop up into State Line's radio as well, because doggone it, I had no idea I was looking down in the Bighorn. I didn't even look at my rotor control. Motor Mouth Mall stepping, looking around the BYU now at the break.
Maybe now can get up at Motor Mouth Mall radio. He looking at the BYU. Maybe now 69 T-Bone can wave that evening hand. The Motor Mouth Mall, beaver. T-Bone got down and we gone.
And the T-Bone one night, you're all up in there, but you got company. You got Beaver roll up in there. Beaver chomping at the bit there, break. Hey, T-Bone, I got you up in there. No pain, no strain, but I also got Beaver up in there chomping at the bit. Hello, Beaver, I hear you up in there. T-Bone, here, check this out. I got you both up in here. Watch this.
Mall radio, he looking at the BYU. Maybe now 69 T-Bone can wave that evening hand. The Motor Mall, beaver. T-Bone got down and we gone.
There you go. That's what I heard right there. Motor Mouth Mall cruising.
Right back there, Motor Mouth Mall. I thought I was going to run out of breath. I thought I was going to need some oxygen down here in the BYU. I was trying to get your attention for a while, but I heard you say you were turning to the BYU, and I said, uh-oh, that's 69 T-Bones. Triple M Roger right there. I'm about to wave my hand. And you're 69. We made it. We waving that evening wave that we can wave. Motor Mouth Mall's way, and we back out.
410. I hope this weekend is treating you real good so far. I tell you what, we had a little break in the rain, and then it rained pretty good today, and of course the ground was all saturated already, so we had a little bit of a mess over here. I'll tell you what, they're saying more rain again over the evening or early morning, and then they're saying more rain the following day, I guess. But then we're going to have like a week and a half or two of real nice weather. So anyway, I've just been having a good day out here. We just got back into town, and from going into town. And fired this thing back up, and I see Mother Nature's still there. Didn't go all the way away yet. So it's a good deal. No pain, no strain. And hey, you sound real good. You're smoking coming out of your neck of the woods over there from the BYU. Hello to you one more time. Hey, T-Bone, Motor Mouth Mall, you West Coast beasts. Got down. Breaker.
T-Bone was very short that Motormouth Mall is with all that there, my friend.
How about that Motormouth Mall?
I might have learned a few
Motormouth Mall. 482 southbound, being nosy. Come on.
Have you again? Oh, you're 69.
No rock, Motormouth Mall. 9 Swamp Lanes, Louisiana. Catch up.
Or Gender T-Bone and hello 9 Swamplands. I hear you up there too. Hey T-Bone, yeah, I don't know if any of that makes sense and how much of what I do is applicable to everybody else. Depends on what they're doing or how they're doing it, I guess. But for one thing for sure, you got to mow down, keep on doing what you're doing. And I heard you up in there 9 in the swamps, well, you got to hammer down too. Motormouth Mall, walking the dog, kicking the cat. One fat watt at a time. They got all the way down, break on.
Hey, Johnny, this weekend, 82 wants to go. They've got that. Snake out of it. Motormouth Mall, 9 Swamplands, Louisiana. Catch up.
9 Swamplands around Louisiana. While you working you say you're working a ground plane out there? Holy cow, let me turn this audio up a little bit more for you, just a little bit. Hey, 9, I'm going to turn the audio up just a little bit more. We don't want to go over the top, but we just want to put a little bit more up in there for you. Hey, 9 Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down, breaker.
Yo, Motormouth Mall, Kilowatt. Hello, Motormouth Mall, Kilowatt, Pensacola, Florida with the wave, homeboy.
Hey, Kilowatt, I haven't heard you out here in a long time, man. You smoking coming out of Pensacola, Florida. Hey, Kilowatt, I have not heard you out here in a month of Sundays. What's been going on there, Bree?
You know, work and family, homeboy, that's about it, and to move out here. Hey, Motormouth Mall, good to hear you. Good to hear you out there, homeboy. Kilowatt to wave.
Hey, Kilowatt, well, I'll tell you what, you smoking over in there. Hey, number 9, I heard you up in there before. Kilowatt's up in there now. Check this out. Hey, number 9. Stephen, breaker.
See you, Motormouth Mall. I learned it all from you, homeboy. Bye.
Bye. Well, I think you're doing a better job than I am. Hey, Kilowatt, I believe you may be doing a better job than I am there, Bree.
Couldn't be doing this if it weren't for you. I'll tell you what, I sure appreciate the flowers. Hey, Kilowatt, I appreciate the flowers over there. Take care of 7-3s, blessings and good graces. And you say you moved. Did you move from someplace, Bree? Where'd you go to? Where'd you move from? We were down there in Vegas.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Hello, Motormouth Mall, breaker.
Go ahead, break.
Down in Las Vegas.
10-4 Las Vegas. Okay, I heard you, the break.
Hey, Motormouth Mall, you can't be talking to Vegas, man. That's your neighbor. Hey, Motormouth Mall, you can't... Hey, Motormouth Mall.
No. I was talking to Kilowatt. He was in Vegas. He moved from Vegas to Pensacola, Florida, the breakout. He's not in Vegas anymore, Toto. I mean, number 9.
Stop talking more than that, Vegas. 49 in the bayou, so you gotta stop talking more than Vegas. 49 in the bayou, leave the mail.
29 in the bayou. No, I wasn't talking to Vegas. Vegas is too close. I can't talk to Vegas. Hey, 29. I was talking to Pensacola, Florida, the break. I was talking to KW Kilowatt over there in Pensacola, Florida, the break.
Motormouth Mall, well, till the weekend be blessed on that end, man. Hope everything be well as well on that end. Mr. Motormouth Mall, you're 29 in the bayou country. I'm waiting on his mother nature to come come back, but I guess you're leaving out of here. Motor Mouth Mall, 29 Bayou Go.
All right, the 29. Take care out to the Bayou. Have a good day. We'll catch you another time, another way. 29 in the Bayou. Motormouth Mall, your West Coast undermodulated beast. Dropping a hammer. I'm back on the quiet side, reading on this mail. Breaker, breaker.
Mr. Motormouth Mall, you're 29 in the Bayou Go. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
10-4. Bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Have a good evening. Did hear somebody calling Motormouth Mall, but it's rough out there right about now. I tell you what, Mother Nature's doing some fading away. She's kind of rolling off on us. But I did hear you calling Motormouth Mall one time. I'll say hello right back there to you. Motormouth Mall stepping by.
Until we do it again.
Yeah, tell 766, I said hello. I can hear him in backscatter, and I see Mother Nature fading away. I can see the Mother Nature fading away. Tell 766, Motormouth Mall stepping. I got down, break. Hello, Blues Boy. While you're out there reading the mail real good out there from Tampa. Hey, Blues Boy, good to hear you up in there. You're smoking coming out here on the Central Coast of California. Blues Boy, Motormouth Mall, got down, break. Definitely good to hear you up in there. If we had better conditions, I would ask for you to do something, but we ain't got the best of conditions right now. I see Mother Nature's on her way out. She's moving and grooving. Hey, Blues Boy, take care. Blessings, good graces, all the way around your place. Motormouth Mall working this thing, one fat watt at a time. I still hear 7'6" up in the back, in the backscatter. They're great. Popping in here from Channel 5. Hey, Blues Boy, I've got a little bit of bleed over rolling in here from Channel 5, so I'm going to get back on the side, read the mail for a Scotia bit. But Blues Boy, it's always a pleasure with a double measure here. You roll up in here in the world of sound. Blues Boy, radio station Motormouth Mall, your West Coast. Undermodulated beast, dropping a hammer from time to time. They got all the way down. Breaker, breaker.
John Dillinger, 25. Hello, Motormouth Mall, John Dillinger, around the San Pal, standing on back.
Yeah, chipper there, John Dillinger. Hey, John Dillinger on the San Pal while you standing by in fine style. I can tell you what, you're smoking up in here. Let me give some more audio up in there for you. Hey, John Dillinger, I'll put you a little bit more audio. Motormouth Mall stepping, I got down, break. You sounded real good over here, too. Hey, John Dillinger, check this out. I don't have a lot of signal on you, but I got you up in there. Watch this. There you go, John Dillinger on the sandpile. Hey, Motormouth Mall waving back around your neck of the woods one time in the world of sound. John Dillinger, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast beast. Got down right there. Breaker, breaker. Good job. All right, we'll catch you later on. Hey, John John Dillinger. Have a good evening out there. Be safe. Enjoy your DX out there to the fullest. John Dillinger, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast Beast, dropping a hammer from time to time. And if you need a bit more audio, I'll give you, a bit more audio up in there. Hey, John Dillinger, I'll give you a little bit more. Motormouth Mall, cruising. They got down break. I got down, breaker. I know, puto. Yo no sé mucho más, but yo sabe puto. Yo sabe puto. Aquí está en Santa María. El gringo loco está aquí.
on YouTube. Good to see you up in there, Motormouth Mall Stubbin. I'm going to take this thing on the 10-7 side and say 73s and have a good evening. Your West Coast Thunder Modulated Beast with a little bit more audio up in there just in case.